Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 13F3AM. It's the French Tier 6 SPG and we're located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as the Mannerheim Line. And the name of the player is floorslayer and he's from Havoc 4, which is part of my clan. And battle is about to commence. Now, what can I tell you about the AMX that you've probably not heard before? Well, actually, the thing is, it was designed to be very light. And the reason for that was that it was supposed to be air transportable. So they could put it in an aircraft, fly it around the world, and reuse it in Africa or any of the French colonies. Now, it was designed in the end of the 1950s and actually built from 1962 till 1997. And actually, in actual fact, I thought that the M44 was the only SPG in the game that was still in service, and that's not true. The AMX 13F3 is still in service with several countries, including Argentina, Chile, Ecuador, and apparently Morocco as well. They've stopped using them in the French army. They discontinued them, but it's still in service with those other countries. And part of the reason is because it's a very good Arty. There's no doubt about it. It is very light. It carries a very good 155mm howitzer, which is very accurate, and it's got a decent punch. It does require quite a crew to service the gun, and part of the problem is that they can't carry all of that crew on the vehicle because it hasn't got the space for them. In fact, oh, lovely shot in the OI, 220 hit points right into the side. In fact, actually, only two people actually are in the Arty when it's on the move, and that's the commander and the driver. Everybody else has to get onto support vehicles, and those support vehicles also carry all the ammunition. Right, well, I think that VK's had it. He's been wiped out, and he's now looking to get a shot into that T-37, who's sitting in that gully. He's fired around him, but I think the T-37 was going the other way. I'm pretty sure he was. Unfortunately, he can't get a shot on the tanks in the South Passage at the moment because the rock is hiding them to a certain extent. Yeah, he's got a red line there. Yeah, he's not going to be able to hit that Indian Panzer. Probably won't be able to get the Jagdpanzer either. Well, he can't get him because he's been killed. Now, if that Indian Panzer moves back, he might be able to get it, but he's about to be surrounded by enemy tanks, so he's not going to last very long. The enemy are already down by 3 tanks, and one can only suppose that they're hanging around this end of the map, near the dip. Now, he's having a quick look in that little corner in grid square K4, because K5 because it is a usual place for somebody to hole up for Arty. But there's that OI, which is out of position really. He should be in the South Passage, but he's not. And he's a bit out of place because he's too big and slow. Much easier to hit him than something like this T-37, who really should be up in that corner of the map. And in fact, the enemy's got an IS in that corner of the map as well, and that's totally the wrong tank to be up there. He's going to get torn to shreds by the mediums. And of course, Floorslayer's going after him. Lined him up nicely, dialed in, and direct hit, 180 hit points, 2 critical hits. You see that IS, he really is a silly bunny, he shouldn't be there. Now, he is taking a lot of hits, but he's not suffering a huge amount of damage. And that's because the enemy Arty is hitting our guys pretty hard. You can see they are suffering stun. And of course, the enemy Arty is a GW Panther, a Hummel, and I think it's a GW Tiger P. Oh, VK3601 didn't get out of the way fast enough, and the IS took him. But floorslayer fires in around and stuns the IS. The enemy's got a Tiger P, and he's actually come up this end of the map. Again, that's another tank out of position. Maybe they thought they could rush the north. Well, it seems they've got their lights and their mediums guarding the South Passage, whilst the heavies have tried to break through in the north. Round out on the Tiger P. That was a near miss. 293. Now, can he get this IS? He's using that bunker for cover. Oh, he's gone down into that passageway now. Dialed in. Round out. Oh, direct hit! 327. Now, normally the AMX 13F3 has got a reload time of about 26 seconds. But of course that can be reduced with premium consumables and a good crew with BIA. Trying to get another shot on the IS. Unfortunately, it's only a T25AT. Oh, and he's gone. Which means now the IS is free to move up onto that platform. But floorslayer fires in and splashes him for 209. 2 critical hits this time. Now that may have been a tracking as well. Hopefully it's also some of the crew's gone out. He is moving forward. He is stunned. And maybe the defenders will get a chance to have a go at him now. And he's using that wreck for cover. That's always something I see, you know, good players will take advantage of any wrecks they can. But he's backing down that slope, and that's obviously presenting his rear. And he has been tracked now. He's presenting his rear, his weakest part, to the enemy. He's not trying to reverse side scrape. And floorslayer takes him out! He shouldn't have presented his rear. That's weak armour. And floorslayer was able to put 155mm through it and finish him off. Right, there's the OI. Now, I think floorslayer is going to enjoy extracting all the hit points, but before he can do that, the Scorpion G wipes him out with 1 shot. That was a very brief introduction to the OI, and a farewell as well. Now, there is another tank round there, the Tiger P. There's a T-3485M. Now, it appears most of our tanks that did the attacking in the South Passage have been wiped out. So they must have better mediums and light tanks than we thought. Oh, direct hit on the T-3485. 255 hit points. That's his second kill of the game. And there's the Tiger P. And he's coming back. He's obviously realised that T-44 is on his way down to the gully. Or is he? No, he's going around the west side. And as the Katyusha rockets coming overhead, floorslayer's lining the Tiger P up. He fires. And he splash kills the Tiger. And that's his 3rd kill of the game. Now there's a Scorpion G round the other side of that mountain. We can't get him. He's in defilade. He's using that little bunker, that little hollow to protect himself from either side. And the T-44 has been stunned by enemy Arty, who must be over in the back in the forest, somewhere in the J2, J1 area. T-37 down south though, he's about to meet the Scorpion. And if floorslayer can put a round into him, can splash him from here. Dialed in, and come on, round out. Oh, it stunned him, but it didn't kill him. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It should have wiped him out because he only had a few hit points left. And the Scorpion G is now getting a lot of attention from the enemy Arty. Floorslayer is 2/3 of the way through his load. Almost ready to go. If he can take out this T-37, that'll free the Scorpion up to go off to the Arty. Oh no, he pulled away and we've lost the Scorpion. So that T-37's still got 43 hit points. But it looks like he's running off into that corner. Probably because he's only got 43 hit points. Because he wants to stay alive a little longer. And the only way to do that is to pop out unexpectedly and take the enemy by ambush. Now, I think the best thing he could do right now would be to aim at the forest and look for the tracer, because I'm sure those enemy Arty are firing at our T-3485s and the T-44 on that corner near the Scorpion. I'm certain they're firing on him, and he might be able to get a quick counter battery in. No, I don't think there's any point in aiming at those trees, because I don't think the T-37 is going to be there. Look for the Arty. Well, there's the Scorpion G, and he can hit him. I wonder if he's going to use that rock. No, he's not. He's fires around in where he thinks he's going to be, and he gets a 92 hit point splash. So at least he got something at the shell. He might want to relocate at this point. There's the Scorpion. Okay, he's up on the plateau. So he can probably get around. And there's the GW. Okay, so we know where the enemy Arty is. That would be the priority target. But the other Artys have gone after the Scorpion. Oh! And floorslayer takes out the Scorpion G. And that's his 4th kill. So he's got a fighter badge. And it looks like the T-44 is headed over in that direction. There's the T-37. The one with 43 hit points. He must have done a circuit of the rock. And he's come in behind the T-44. There's the other enemy. Hummel and the GW. They know they've been seen. They're moving. So their sixth sense must have gone off. He's fired the round at the GW. And he splash kills the GW for 158. That's his 5th kill. One more. He's got a Top Gun. There's 3 enemy remaining. 2 Arty, 1 light tank. And the light tank's the T-37. The elusive T-37 with the 43 hit points. As you know, he's missed killing this guy 3 times already. So he's obviously doing the Matrix thing, you know. Trying to duck and dive out of the way. Now I think the floorslayer is now going to relocate to get a better hiding position, but the T-37's turned up already, and I don't know if he's going to be spotted. He might have sixth sense, he might not, I don't know, but he's turning to face the T-37. He's got a better angle from here. He can hit him. He's not in defilade. He is while he's behind that rock, but if he keeps poking out like that, yes! And that's the Top Gun. 43 hit points, but a very satisfying bang that was. It just means it's 3 Arty versus 2 Arty. And we do know as well that what the other enemy Arty are. It's the GW Tiger P and the Hummel. Now the thing is that the AMX 13F3 is quite a fast little Arty. It's got a 60 kilometers per hour forward speed, 14 in reverse. So it's no slouch. And that's a trait of most of the French Arty. In fact, from tier 4 upwards, they do tend to move rather quickly. And that 155mm howitzer is also quite a good gun when you go shotgun. And the Hummel's gone north. Okay, he's going to encounter the GW Panther any second. Unfortunately, there's no shot there for floorslayer, so he's going to have to keep moving. And he's probably going to meet the Hummel. No, sorry, not the Hummel, the GW Tiger P. Now he must be over in the woods somewhere over here. Not been spotted yet though, that's the thing. Now the thing about shotguns is to keep your cool. If you find the enemy, if the enemy fires first, you just carefully drive straight up to the enemy and shoot them in the side, because there's nothing they can do, they're in reload. Now he's going to go after the Hummel, he's dialing it in. The long wait of anticipation, and now! Oh, he stunned him! He just missed out, just dodged out the way, and the GW's gone down! So the Hummel got away with it, and he's going to disappear from sight any second because there's nobody there spotting him. I've got to wait for the reload to go through. And he's fired straight away. No, the Hummel's no longer there. So now he's going into enemy territory, unloaded. If he does come across the GW Tiger P right now, there's nothing he can do about it for the next 26 seconds. And the Hummel's been spotted again. But no GW Tiger. Oh, yes, he has been seen now. Oh my God, he's close. Oh, but he's so close and he's not moving. And he shotguns him in the side against the high caliber, but the GW is not active. I think he's AFK. I think he can leave him alone because he's AFK and go after the Hummel. But he's actually moved away so he can reload in safety and then shotgun the GW Tiger P again. And he's going to shoot him from behind. So this is a very impromptu, yes, surprise butt sex with the GW Tiger P. That's a kill. Okay, so now he's going to go for the Hummel. If he can get this one, that means he will get the... oh, what happened there? The game's ended. And all of a sudden. Now, why did that happen? I've no idea why. So we'll just have to look at the end results and see why the battle ended so prematurely. Well, the answer is it's a draw. They ran out of time. The clock ran out. And that was the end of the game. So he managed to get that last kill. But because they didn't get the Hummel, it was a draw for end of time. But floorslayer managed to get an ace tanker in the AMX 13 F3 AM. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, 17 in total. He got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 7. And of course the high caliber because he managed to get the highest damage in the game. And that's more surprising because this was a tier 8 game and he was a tier 6 Arty. So obviously he's going to generate a lot more XP than other tanks because he's hitting higher tier opponents. Well, he got 2,955 hit points of damage. He got the highest number of kills, 7. And he got the highest base XP, 816. He fired 20 rounds, got 9 direct hits, 9 penetration, and 7 splash damage. He did damage of 2,955, of which 2,515 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the difference is the GW Tiger P, who had it right in his posterior. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, and that would have been the GW Tiger P. He damaged 8 of the enemy and killed 7 of them. And he did stun assistance of 272 hit points off 9 stuns. Now, on a standard account, he earned 33,381 credits. He got 10,000 credits for the personal mission payout. And he got 4,000 credits for the achievements award. And that's because he got epic medals, even though it was a draw, which technically a draw and a loss are the same thing. So he actually gets his score bumped up to equalise that of a winning team, gives him the extra 4,000. He got a total of 47,420 credits for the game, and after ammunition resupply, he still had 27,420 overall. He received 816 base XP, he got the Achievements Award again for 475, and a personal missions payout of 646, giving him a total of 1,937 XP altogether. So even though it was a draw, it was still a satisfactory draw, because he did actually manage to achieve quite a lot. He got the Ace, got a Gore's, got a Top Gun, and a high caliber, and that cannot be knocked, because those are, it's difficult to get those sort of medals at lower tier arties unless you put a lot of effort in, and he certainly put the effort in, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough time. And of course, obviously, if he had managed to connect that shot with the Hummel, I think the Hummel and the GW Tiger, he would have actually won the game for his team, but it was just not to be on this occasion. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.